to Nepal model making, and the Ducati Superleggera V4, and this is part 4. So on this part we've got it all going on. So I've got the swing arm to build, got it in 2 parts, and so that will have the associated brakes and wheels and things on there. There's a few little bits and pieces. So we've got some some of these parts for the brake, and the brake discs themselves on there, and we've got some photo etch parts out of the detail upset, and the chain from the Falcon scale models set, and there's more guards and things. So we've got resin parts and PE parts, plastic parts, and still should be putting carbon fibre decals on there as well. So you got the tyre on, so lots and lots of things to get through in this part. So what we'll do is start off with priming some bits, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so before I do any priming, like I said in the last bit, I need to build up a bit of the PE parts. This is the rear brake. So I've got the part that fits over the wheel on there. So that's how I put it together. There's 8 of the small parts. Constructed it around the axle there, making sure I didn't actually stick it to the axle. And then we've got the brake discs themselves, and the front part. So I'm not going to stick them together yet. So I'm going to think about the painting of these. So I'm going to paint them up separately. I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll stick it all together like the model part, and do it that way. Okay, so they were pretty fiddly. That's 4 parts there stuck together. Where they look, these tiny little holes are lined up, so we get some little rivets through. Same with there. And this sort of sandwiches in the middle. So we'll just check other bits and pieces. I've got the resin parts stuck on here, so I can get those primed up on there. I think this is the main part of the construction. The rest of it's just once it's painted, putting it together. So we'll have a think about how I'm going to prime that, and we'll get some things stuck together. So what I've done is basically the whole thing together, like the parts in the model, and we'll paint it up. That way I've left the little rivets off, because they can go on once it's all built up and painted, and so they're ready to be picked out in silver. I think silver, or anyway, silvery colour. So I've put the metal rivets in, that should get rid of the option of painting. Well, I need to paint them. Looks like the brake disc is actually slightly bigger. So it's the same size. That would be, wouldn't it? But it just seems to be a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'll get things ready to prime. I'll be back. Okay, I had a bit of a rethink on the rear swing arm. Main reason is I've got myself a load of LP paints. Got 20 odd of them. So what I decided to do is use those on the swing arms. This is just a semi-gloss black. Goes lovely. And I've done a couple of detailed parts in flat black, like along the top there, and this is flat aluminium, I think it is. 72, no, it's mica silver. So that's the ring on so far. There's a bit of silver in there as well. And on the rear wheel, the rear brake disc is semi-gloss, and I think this is flat aluminium on the brake disc. So we've got to fit the little rivets into the hole on there. So carbon fibre, I think we're doing the like the mud guards and chain guards and things in with the carbon fibre instead. So that'll add a bit of detail to those. So I may even change the colour. I'm going to do the fairings and things, because I've got like Italian red and like red, pure metallic red, so I might still do red in one of those colours, or I might stick with the black, because I've got various blacks. Metallic black, I might have a look, see what that looks like. So those are choices. So I think for the time being with this part is I think I'll paint up the chain next, because it's mixing a couple of colours. Notice that's bowed. Yeah, bow's a bit in there. So I might stick that in some more water and see if we can straighten that out a bit. Otherwise we'll do a bit with the chain, and then we'll do some carbon fibre in and start putting things together. So that will just stick that in there to basically tell you where we are, and picked out a bit of detail, just left the little black bits in there. I think it looks a bit more interesting than just a blanket colour. Okay, so we'll come back, we've done a bit more painting, and we'll see where we're up to. Okay, so I've got the carbon fibre on there, and a bit of gloss cheniers. Let's use the X22 clear. And the other bits I've done are a little bit of a guard for the chain, and another guard for the chain down there, just on this top bit. The rest of it's sort of matte colour. Okay, so we'll get on with painting the rest of it, and then we'll start putting some bits together. Okay, so we'll see what turns up the next bit, because I haven't decided yet. Well, I've just been having a bit of a test fit to see how things went together, and as you can see, it's cracked. So it stabs, I cut it there to fit the frame, but that's a bit annoying. So what I have to do is go with the kit part, which isn't too bad. It comes in two parts, so it gives a bit of an effect of the chain, but that see, it is better. So I'm going to get that primed up and painted again. It's a bit disappointing, but anyway, lots of detail, but a bit fragile, which you get with resin. So that's testing for the bin. So I'll get this primed up and painted, and then we'll get some of these things put together. Got some these water effect ones to go on the wheel, and there's a little proper decal to go on the inside next to the inflator valve, which is there, just in there, and then we get some pieces stuck together. Okay, see you in a sec. Well, it's got the chain all done. Because when they're started using their LP paint, you don't actually need to prime it, so none of this was primed. I think it's covered very well. So you've got your metallic black, and then a mixture of gunmetal and gloss aluminium, and mica silver for the cog. So this is the kit one we're going to be using. This is the resin one, which is for the bin. It's a bit disappointing anyway. So, as I say, what I'll do is get some decals and things on the wheel, and then once they're dry, we'll stick some things together. Right, so I think we're ready to start putting some bits together. So I've got the swing arm and the chain, which is the back part chain, as previously explained. And I fitted one of the wires on there. I'm not using the tubing from the kit, I'll just use that as these parts. It's just the wire I've got. Not sure the thickness of it, basically came in a kit sometime. I thought I'll just find it in the box, so I thought I'd use that. What else have we got? We've got the tyre all made up with its water decal things. These are a bit shiny, so I'll put a little bit of matte varnish over the top of it just to take the edge off. And there is supposed to be a little decal next to the inflator valve, but it's completely disappeared. I had it about a couple of minutes ago and now it's completely gone, so God knows what happened to that. So I've got the brake discs from earlier, and hubs, and brake calipers, and the mudguard. This is all one piece of carbon. Basically what I did was stuck masking tape all over it to cut it to shape, put it on the sheet, cut it out, and then took my knife, fitting it on. There's a couple of the screw heads from the parts. That one you can see, the other one basically just disappeared somewhere, so we just marked them in silver. And the chain guard that attaches to the engine and the back stand. So we'll get some pieces put together. So basically what we've done is obviously made the chain up, made the swing arm up, fitted the chain and this little guard at the bottom. So now we're over the page. So we've done the tyre, so we can fit the brake into the tyre there, and then fit everything to the swing arm. Okay, that's the PE rear brake disc, so that fits over there. So what we'll do is pop a little bit of CA glue at the bottom of that, and so it doesn't go anywhere. And there's that. Bit of CA glue on there, so I'll just scrape that off. Okay, so now what we want to do is fit things to. So this is the brake caliper. So this fits on here. So that part goes in that hole there, so now you've got the right orientation. do a little bit of CA glue. It's on there, so we'll just leave that for a couple of minutes, just let everything dry, and then we'll start putting things together. So I'll just pause it there for a sec. Okay, so what I've done is fitted the mudguard as well. It's fairly fiddly, that's why I didn't end up filming it, because the wire goes up underneath there, just the other side of the spike that attaches it, and then comes out this side, so it goes round the bottom of the mudguard. I think it's able to see it going through there. So what we're doing now is just fitting part of the brake cable. So a bit of CA glue, shove it in and leave it alone for a bit. There's the secret. And then we'll fit it into the end of there. So my noise is going. Then the wheel goes on like so. And then we can fit various bits and pieces and screw it together. So I'll pause it there while that's drying, and I'll find the right screw to put the rear wheel on. Just thought I'd show you on here what I meant by the cable. So this is the wire, the long one, that runs to the brake reservoir. So as it comes down and then round onto the wheel. So it shows here where it comes out of the back. So you see it goes round the back. So I just found it easy to loop it underneath the bit that goes in this little hole here. So it's like around the back of that, around the back of the wheel, and then mudguard, and then comes out the correct hole at the back. Okay, so what I'll do next is fit the wheel in. So the brake caliper's got focus. So the gap there, so that's the brake disc hooks over the top of that. So what we'll do, we'll finish this off first, and then we'll fix everything in. So that goes into there. So I think we can cut that down a little bit. Makes it neater. Don't know where my voice is going. Okay, and a blob of CA on the end. And when you look, pop it in the hole. Come on. Again, we'll leave that for a bit to dry, and then we'll fit the wheel. Okay, so for the wheel, done this a couple of times. Let's practice. So just line up the hole. The instructions following you. Just a little thing. So the screw we need is the chunky black one. Okay, so that's the wheel on. So this is the hub, I think. So this is the resin part. There's a separate resin part on here, and PE part is the red bit. For the model, basically, it's all the one piece, and you put a decal to show the red bit. And that's it's all like that. It's pretty neat. And there's some little screws to go in these, so I'll put those in after. So what we'll do is get a bit of glue on there again. Spread it about a bit. Okay, so that's the wheel on and the hub on. The other part goes on here, so we'll let everything dry before I start fiddling around with it again a bit too much. Looks pretty cool, that. So as I say, we'll let things dry before we start messing around again. So pause it there and we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so what we'll do is fix the swing arm to the bike. So basically 2 points, one there and one there. We're supposed to be show you one there, and this tucks into the bottom of the swing arm and screwed in. That one there, which I'll show you. Okay, so that's the swing arm all done up, and the suspension attached. Okay, so last bit for now to go on is the chain guard. So that fits over this bit with a big hole and that tiny little hole there. So going to go on like that, so I'll get where we're going to glue it. There we go, that looks like it's all lined up. Yeah, I think that's all done. And then the bike stand does have some wheels, so but I haven't done those yet. Okay, just coming along. So, I think we've got left to do is fit this part, and there's some little, tiny little PE parts to go on there. I think that's it. Obviously the wheels, but I can do those later. So, we'll pause it there, let everything dry, and then we'll fit that final part. And then might call this part done. So again, see you in a sec. Okay, so that's the that rose part put on there. Looks pretty good. So that's all resin and screws and everything. So that's glued on there. So that's the this part done. I say it's covered like the wheels and those little nuts to go in. When I do them, I'll come back and tell you what they're like. So that's we'll put that part done. So this is part 4 of the Superleggera V4 Ducati. And thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll be back pretty soon with part 5, which is all the exhaust. That is, if I can find, I think. Mostly all detail up parts. So we shall have some more fun with some more resin. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in part 5.